Holy smoking, this is serious. Holders of XRP. Donald Trump is doing it once more. A clue or signal that a significant market shift may be imminent. We will also discuss that. Additionally, a new ETF that included XRP became live. We will also discuss that. I'm a simple man, and that's all I expect of you. It makes me grin beautifully and spreads positive energy. As always, I would like to remind you that this movie is purely for your amusement, so please hit the like button, especially because it is free. I hope I'm entertaining, not giving financial advice. Before making an investment, you should always conduct your own research. At $2.47, XRP is currently down 0.75% for the day, or 0.75%. Up and down, we have the choppiness continuing. Bitcoin is currently over 110,000, but as you can see, it dropped back to 110,000 after reaching 114,000 just a few hours earlier. We witnessed choppiness rise, fall, climb, then sell off once again. Extremely choppy. We'll discuss the cause of this. Basically, you're in a predicament. What location is it? Here, where is it? The Trump's messages are conflicting, all right? And for that reason, the whiplash is still occurring. First, perhaps there won't be a meeting with Chai, Trump adds. I want Xi to have a good deal for China, he continues. He continues by saying, you should expect to get a good deal with Xi. Then he says, we use the money we lost to build up China's military. Correct. Thus, markets are examining this and these signals, but they are unsure of their desired direction. Thus, we're witnessing a sell-off followed by a slight pump, and then another sell-off followed by a slight pump, correct? And this is what we are witnessing at the moment. And until they meet and sign the agreement, I believe this will keep happening. The $1 billion you mint of USDT is an indication that we may witness a breakout. In the past, we have observed that when a mint like this occurs, the money does, in fact, flow into the market, but this is not always the case. Therefore, once more, we must consider every option. There are still options available. All right, and when you're examining the market, I want you to keep it in mind. You are aware of my preferences. I prefer to have a plan for each of the three market scenarios: short, medium, and long term. If you're interested in working with our partner BDCC, you can now benefit from short, long, and medium-term options. The description below contains the link. After making a $500 deposit, you can sign up using my link to receive the bonuses. The description below includes a link. Trade sensibly, please. Leverage has helped me make a lot of money, but it has also cost me a lot of money. Read the user agreement as well. Exchanges have been shut down. When we observe the closed posture, we have observed them going solid. Thus, be aware of the benefits and risks. I will receive a commission if you click on my link. Possess a demo account, which you can use to get started. I guess you should click on the link in the description below, as we go on, correct? According to President Trump, the cost of groceries, energy, and petrol has significantly decreased. At the Federal Reserve, we have a genuine stiff. Unable to assist with that. He's going to be gone shortly. We're just a week away, isn't it? Well, it's Wednesday today. Yes, it is Tuesday today, but it seems like Wednesday to me. Well, it's going to be a week before the Fed makes a decision. According to all the odds, we're going to witness a decrease, right? Well, 98% for 0.5%, 0.25%, and roughly 2% for half, apparently. Very, very likely that interest rates will drop again unless something extraordinary occurs during the next week. We also know that when the Fed lowers interest rates, the market likes it because consumers prefer to take out more loans and take on more risk because there is less room for error in the investment or less interest to pay. Additionally, they are paying less for their home, automobile, and other expenses. And at the end of the month, they have a little bit less left over. People are currently looking at that, The fact that October is almost over and it hasn't felt at all like October is kind of crazy. I believe we can no longer call it October for the time being. Surely it must be the opposite of October? Anyway. Listen, we didn't pump last year and we haven't pumped this year yet. Let's have a wonderful pump next time. Therefore, I believe October may be losing its moniker. Please let me know in the comment section for the time being. What are your thoughts? Do you think last year's situation where October wasn't the best and November was fantastic will happen again? Recall the election, Trump, and all the drama that followed in November of last year. Will November be another huge, juicy, fat nothing burger, or do you think we'll see a similar recurrence here? Tell me in the space provided for comments. We did witness a 5% decline in gold today. Therefore, that was intriguing following gold's recent incredible surge. Therefore, it's possible that some are seeing that as a sign that a cryptocurrency run might occur here. Let's see. We will soon find out. The ProShare Coindays Crypto 20 ETF has formally been submitted by new ProShares for listing on the New York Stock Exchange. Investors will be exposed to the top 20 digital market capitalization assets as the company tracks the Coindays Crypto 20 Index. Thus, Ethereum and Bitcoin will be available. Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, XRP, and pretty much all the big dogs are at 17.8%, right? And a few others. Actually, this is a beautiful distribution in terms of percentage, isn't it? The top 5, I suppose, with a very high distribution of the funds, and the top 4, omitting BNB. Once more, we'll see when these XRP ETFs are released, but for now, the government shutdown is still in effect. You recall that the United States government remains closed. Naturally, that has an impact on the markets. The lack of job data, the lack of CPI data, and so forth. Thus, that is also having an impact on the markets. But listen, in 2025, Ripple purchased 1 billion XRP Ever North, along with Hidden Road, Rail, and G Treasury. Japan also purchased another billion XRP for XRP Treasury, 22, possibly XRPTS 11 spot Ripple Bank license files. We discussed the Fed's thoughts on it and how they're making changes in the video, which was released earlier today. Appears to have a better chance of obtaining a banking license. I take it that XRP is doing well and that things are improving? Only the costs. That's not bad, is it? 247 isn't bad. For example, we were here in March, May, and June, right? Our levels were comparable. And, the market was doing well. Naturally, we wanted to run at the time, but to be honest, we were holding out for the year to conclude. The end of the year is drawing nearer and nearer. I suppose that's the reason why we're seeing a lack of enthusiasm from the crypto viewership, and I'm not sure if that's despair. However, I believe that people will become somewhat enthused once more if we just apply a little bit of pressure here to ignite and receive a great short squeeze. All you need is one piece of happy news or something like. Well, thus, it will be really engaging. In fact, a collaboration with Braille provided us with more updates here. We're excited to announce that the regulator stablecoin is currently active on the XRP ledger. Braille facilitates stablecoin issuance and management directly on XRP, directing compliance program digital dollars into the most established cryptocurrency payment networks, Additionally, Braille XYZ has incorporated the XRP ledger to address the largest payment pain point and make moving regulated value simple since compliance was addressed and speed was unlocked. Through the same API, companies may now produce stable coins backed by USD, settle in RUSD, and utilize the XRPL's integrated authorized trust lines and compliance capabilities. All right, as a result, we keep seeing, we discuss this and now this, that there are increasing opportunities for traffic on XRP